Are you sick and tired of huffing and puffing between sets? Do you feel like 5 sets of 5 is a marathon? Does your RPE climb with every working set? Are your workouts taking much longer than they should be? Well, new year, new you! I've got a couple of suggestions for those of you interested in improving your work capacity. In other words, being able to do more work in a given period of time, or being able to do a given amount of work in a shorter period of time. That's a lot of words. Basically, you want to be able to do more work. If you find it difficult to recover between sets and you feel like you have to rest for several minutes, like more than 5, here's what I would suggest. Rest less. Seems like that would only make you more tired, and you're right, but only at first. See, resting longer as the weight gets heavier, or as the sets go on, is not going to improve your ability to recover between sets. Many people rest until they feel like they're ready to go, and this is often longer than you actually need. I suggest timing your rest periods. No more than 3 minutes between your working sets on the main movements, and 90 to 120 seconds for your supplemental and assistance work. Rest periods start as soon as you rack the bar, and it ends as soon as you unrack the bar for your next set. Time shouldn't start after you go get water, play on your phone, find a new song, post a selfie, and then talk with your friends. Now, many people will say, Alan, that would make me really tired. Heaven forbid you get tired in the gym. Why does this rest period thing even matter? What do I care if you take 10 minutes between sets? Well, for one, you're hogging the squat rack, so hurry the hell up. And number 2, most people don't have an endless time limit in the gym. We've got 1 hour, 90 minutes to get our training session in. And some people I've worked with will often say, hey dude, I didn't have time to finish my 5 sets of 6 reps, so I went ahead and just did 3 sets of 6. And my response is usually, I would have liked it if you just shortened the rest periods and finished all 5 sets of 6 reps. To which they'll say, yeah, well, I would have had to drop the weight if I did that. That's fine with me. I would have rather you done all the volume with a little bit less weight than half the volume with a little bit more weight. Especially if you're following RPE-based training, because honestly, 405 for 6 reps at RPE 8 is gonna give you the same effect as 385 for 6 reps at RPE 8. So I almost always suggest doing all of the prescribed volume over not doing all the volume in order to stick to a certain weight on the bar. Now, as I'm editing this, I feel like I should add that I am not saying weight on the bar doesn't matter, because it does. And you might be thinking, well, why not just rest 20 seconds between sets then? Because that would severely impact weight on the bar as well as your performance. I don't want your working weights to go from 405 to 315 to 275. But if weight on the bar has to drop 5% from your typical working weight, that's not a big deal. 2.5 to 3 minutes of rest between sets should be enough for those of you who think you need 5 to 10 minutes of rest between sets. And that's what I'm trying to say. But wait, there's more. I would also suggest not resting between warm-up sets. Your rest period is loading and unloading the bar. That's it. I would probably suggest skipping rest periods until around 60% of your max. For me, barbell, 95, 135, sometimes 185 if it's cold in the gym, 225, sometimes 275 if it's really cold in the gym, and 315. All warmed up without any rest period longer than the time it takes me to load and unload plates. So I'm trying to help you finish your workouts in a shorter period of time. Shortening your rest periods will probably make you more tired at first, and you might have to adjust weight on the bar. That's fine. Like everything else, you will adapt and get better. And lastly, because I'm on a roll, during your warm-ups, start matching your warm-up reps with your working sets. Meaning, if your working sets are 5 reps, do 5 reps all the way up to your first working set. If your working sets are 6s, do 6s for warm-ups. 8s, do 8s for warm-ups. 10s? Yep, lately I've been doing sets of 10 reps for warm-ups all the way through to my first working set. We out here bodybuilding. This is a great way to hide some volume into your program without actually changing your program. It's also a great way to set yourself up to better judge RPE for your first working set. Don't do singles up to your first working set of 10 reps and then say, well, damn, misjudged it. I was supposed to do 10 reps at RPE 6, ended up doing 8 reps at RPE 10. Now you might be thinking, that's gonna have an impact on my working weights. I don't care, you'll get used to it. And by the time your program moves down to 4s or 3s, smooth sailing. It's gonna be a breeze because you're used to doing 8s and 10s all the way up. Now that your program is doing 3s, you're unstoppable. Am I pulling this stuff out of my ass? Yeah, I kinda am, but when people ask me what they can do to improve their recovery between sets and improve their work capacity, my answer is always shorten your rest periods, don't rest between your warm-up sets with less than 60% of your max, and start doing your working set reps during your warm-ups all the way up to your first working set. Stop doing 5-5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I am telling you to do more work in less time so that you can get better at doing more work in less time. Realize I am not really talking to competitive powerlifters. I'm talking to general public or those of you in a GPP or developmental block or off-season training. Obviously, if powerlifting is your sport, you need to be a bit more meticulous about your numbers, weight on the bar, and rest periods because that's your sport. This video was made for you cellar dwellers and commercial gym goers. That's it, thanks for watching, and always remember, tread on time!